Okay, we got so many Ask Goosephone and Ask Woody questions that this is going to have to function as like episode 0 of the Pokeshop BST podcast.
Let's go.
Let's go.
So, the first one in no particular order was an Ask Goosephone question, but I'll ask it to both of you from Beastmaster Max. Says, what's your favorite Pokemon card of all time?
My favorite Pokemon card that I own or just that exists?
I don't know. It just says your favorite Pokemon card of all time.
I'm gonna say my Surging Sparks Latias.
That's
That
a good
one's
one.
that one's really nice.
The illustration rare?
Yeah, the illustration
one's
rare.
really
Yeah, that's
nice.
one that I have, and it's one that I really like.
How about Woody? What's your favorite Pokemon card of all time?
Of all time, that's a really tough question. There's so many good ones. Me personally, it has to be the Shining Charizard from Neo Destiny. I remember as a kid, like, just thinking about that card all the time. Never pulled it. I did get a copy in PSA 10 later in life, but I ended up selling it, so I don't have one anymore.
Oh, no.
Aww.
So if anyone has one for sale, PSA 10, reach out.
Okay, the next question is from GWR Gamer 44. It says, ask Goosephone, what is your favorite Fire Emblem game? And they spelled favorite Favourite.
Okay, so they're probably from somewhere in the UK or something. Maybe. It's Fire Emblem the Blazing Blade. It's Fire Emblem 7 for the Game Boy Advance. Build an army, trust nobody. Fire Emblem for Game Boy Advance. That's the best one. The one with Lynn, the one with Eliwood, the one with Hector. It was the first one I played as a child, and it's still my favorite.
Nice. You've ever played Fire Emblem games?
I have not.
Nice. You have to give them a try sometime. Next one from Cactus O Art. Ask Goosephone, what would you do if you find a real Pokemon but you don't have any Pokeballs?
I would try and give it some treats, give it some poffins.
That's what
try and make it befriend me and see if it can follow me around. Or actually, no, I changed my mind. This is what I would do. I would use my capture styler like a Pokemon Ranger and draw circles around it, and then it could just help me out temporarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Woody, what would you do if you found a Pokemon in real life but you don't have any Pokeballs?
I hope I have a net big enough because I'm running around with the scoop up nets and just capturing it any way I can.
Nice. Next one is from Terra WA22. It says, what would your team be if you were a gym leader?
So I probably gotta pick one type.
Theme, yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna say fire, and I'm gonna have a Flareon, a Quilava, a Blaziken, an Entei. Well, I guess the gym leaders aren't really supposed to have legendary Pokemon, so maybe not an Entei. Maybe like it's gotta be a Charizard in there.
I was just gonna say
Yeah,
you gotta
it's gotta
have
be
a
a Charizard. And you know what? I am gonna have an Entei. Screw it. And no, gym leaders don't always have 6 Pokemon. But if I can think of one more, it'd probably be like a Numel.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's the one
camel.
way at the end. It's like OP.
Right.
It's like really hard to beat.
the tank, just
The Numel built up, stanced up.
Yep. And then how about Woody? If you were a gym leader, what would your gym leader team be?
I would have to go with Psychic. I originally wanted to do fire, but Goose already took that, so I will go Psychic type. Gengar. Gotta have a Mewtwo in there. A Gardevoir. Let's see, Espeon. And Umbreon as well. Is Umbreon Psychic? No, it's kind of like dark.
Can I change my answer? I think I want to be a bug gym leader,
Bug gym
actually.
leader.
Yeah.
I think I want to be a bug gym leader. I want to have Butterfree. I'm going to have just a bunch of the bug flying ones. I'm going to have a Butterfree. I'm going to have a Masquerain. I'm going to have a Vivian. I'm going to have... I'll also have a Surskit because sometimes they have two of the same evolution line.
Nice.
And I'll have a Volcarona and a Scizor. That's gonna be my team instead of the
Ooh,
fire. I'm
yeah.
gonna be a bug. I'm gonna be a bug leader.
You want to take a fire gym now?
No, I'm okay with Sidekick.
All right.
I challenge you.
All right, and then this one is similar. If you had to be a gym leader or a trial captain, which city would you work in?
I would say Goldenrod City in the Johto region. That's where Whitney works. But if it has to be like a town that doesn't have a gym, maybe like Salacion Town in Sinnoh.
What about what city would you put your Pokemon gym?
What city? I am going with Vermilion City. OG.
How about what real world city would you make your Pokemon gym in?
Milwaukee.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, nice.
Yep.
Um,
And then our badge can be like a little beer.
Yeah,
Bottle of beer.
a little cheese.
Yeah, a little bottle of beer or something like that.
and then the next one is
The beer badge.
what is your most wanted vintage card that you could add to your collection?
Most wanted.
Yeah.
I think for me it has to be the Gold Star Charizard. I'm still on a hunt for it.
Yeah.
I went to Collecticon a few weeks back. Couldn't find one in the condition I like. The other two were Japanese. If you got a PSA 10 one, give me a holler.
I'm gonna say one of the original birthday Pikachus.
Oh, nice.
I love collecting Pikachus. I have one of the reprint, but I want one of the original ones.
Original ones, nice.
And I would write my name on it. I don't even care.
That'd be awesome, yeah, for sure.
Not on the sleeve, on the card.
I'll write on the card. Well, maybe on the sleeve would be better. That way we preserve the sanctity of it a little bit, but we still get the effect.
You can make like custom sleeves where they like print on it and it looks pretty clean. And you
Okay,
put the card in then.
that's smart.
That's pretty cool.
I will put a. We'll see if we can get them as a sponsor.
Nice.
That would be cool.
All right, just a couple of questions left then. Jeremy Klein 7027 says you guys should vend.
We should vend.
Vend.
At the events.
Yeah, you should vend at regionals.
Regionals is a little bit too close. I think they opened vending probably 6 months to 8 months ago. But we should probably we'll plan for next season.
Yeah.
Let's plan for
or
next
like
season.
Anime Milwaukee when that rolls
Right.
around.
Sure.
I would be happy to work the tables at those events.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, Midwest Gaming Classic just happened. That would have been a good one to vend at.
We should definitely. Yeah, we'll think of something and yeah.
It's just a little hard to pack up like so much inventory.
Exactly.
and
That's
then-
my main thing. Like you need a whole crew to do all that. So
Yeah, but I would be happy to help out with that.
For sure.
All right, keep an eye out for the Pokeshop stand booth. And the last question is an Ask Woody question from Cerulean Dave. Says, from a store point of view, how do the quote-unquote shortages of recent sets affect you? I understand you might not want to give out financial details in a YouTube short, but it is better for business because people have to go to stores rather than online, or does it create a negative vibe because collectors can't find the sets they want?
So it's a very, I think in a sense it hurts everybody. With the shortage, then even when they reprint stuff, they don't sell it to us at wholesale. So it's harder for us to get, even if they reprint it, they'll offer it in bundles or whatnot. So we don't get a lot of it. In turn, having to charge customers a little bit more Because our store specifically specializes in Pokemon, it's hard to keep things in stock if we were to like sell it at MSRP. We wouldn't have a store. So
You're not even getting it for below MSRP.
exactly. Nowadays, we don't even get it below MSRP. It's a little bit above MSRP. So it's a very tough situation, tough times. But we're gonna keep trekking, and we'll see what in store for us next season.
Nice. Well, that's all the questions, and that can wrap up episode 0 of the Pokeshop BST podcast. If you want to ask questions on the show, you just leave a comment with the hashtag AskWoody or AskGoosephone. Make sure to like the video, subscribe, share this if you want to see more podcast episodes. Stay tuned. Peace out.
Peace